Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, to everyone. Welcome back to the 21 days of understanding inner self, cultivating peace. So today is day two, the second day of the course, 21 days to understand our inner selves and cultivate the inner peace. And thank you so much for your presence, for your support, for all of your beautiful words for me um, during this journey. I'm so happy to be here with you all, and I'm very grateful for what I have learned from my master or my teachers from the root education philosophy, which have changed my life significantly since the day that I first knew about this education philosophy. It gave me hope, the hope that everybody is able to view their own desirable life as they want, and we all have potential to do that. We just need the method. We just need the method. And yesterday, yesterday we have. Uh, Let me share the screen so that we will get started. Day two. Uh, right. Yesterday, we mentioned this journey as the journey of raising inner awareness, our inner self's awareness or inner awareness, to turn us from a person who has many chains that wrap us, which hold us back, which stop us from doing the thing that we want to do, be a person that we want to be. And by explore, exploring this journey, we turn to be a bigger person, a bigger person, and then we become a stronger one, more strengthened, more resilient, and then we can break through these chains which wrapped all over our body, and we have the transformation turn to become a bigger version of us, a higher self who has three lines of hair. So we'll see why three lines of hair from a person who has no hair turn to be a person who has three lines of hair. We'll find out um, what are these, and with appreciative eyes, with a smiling face, with a nose that you can sense, you notice, you acknowledge, or you can read your body, you can read yourself, even other people. And we went through six self-imposed limitations, which represents four six genes that wrap our body, ourselves, which stop us from doing anything that we want. The first one is undervaluing ourselves. The second one is the fear of failures, which is a natural things in life, right? The fear of judgments we can face is in many circumstances, or the lack of resources, the fear of the lack of resources, or the fear of the lack of knowledge, and the biggest one that's lack of future vision. And we just list them down to see what is holding us back from be a person, be a version that we want, from doing what we want to do, and then just let it aside. Okay, put it aside. We don't need to focus on these six self-imposed limitations. We don't need to focus how to remove them from our minds, because throughout these journeys we'll learn philosophy, the things that gradually will help us remove these self-imposed limitations unconsciously, automatically. So we don't need to focus on these self-imposed limitations anymore. We don't need to understand or find a way to remove it. Not necessary. But the result of and the aim of this journey is that we are able to be free to be any version of us. Hello, Teacher Gemma. Thank you so much.
Hello, Miss A.
Thank you so much for being here with me. I just cover what we have mentioned yesterday. What we have shared yesterday. Did you have dinner?
Yes, already. Luckily, I saw your notice because I forgot.
Thank you so much. And hello Ngọc Hân. Okay, so that's what we discussed about yesterday. And today, let's find out what we're going to discuss. Thank you so much for being here with us. All right, this is an image that I'm going to share with you all. And I think this image has a significant impact on me. And I think it's also there's a great impact on many people. Uh, let's see, what is it? If you have the papers and the marker with you, you can draw this image with me. Okay. I'm drawing a boat. A boat. This is a boat. Okay. This boat is on a river, and we have a boatman. Row the boat. Okay. The boat is on a river. Okay. To make sure that everybody know this is a boat, we okay. Alright. We just right now this is a boat. Okay. And this boat is going from A to B, and this is the current river. The current is going from A to B. Is along the current, and the reverse way go against the river, against the river. We have a boat on a river. We have a boat on a river. And let's imagine. So we have a boat on a river, and then this boat is going from A to B, and this is along the current river, along the current river. So if this boat has no boatman or anyone on the boat, and it just flow on a river from A to B, do you think that it can reach it can reach B without any force, without any boatman, anyone around the boat? This is like nature's facts, right? This is nature facts, natural facts. We can see it um, in like outside, we can see it on the river. There are boats, and um, it's natural understanding that if the boat goes from A to B, and without any force, no boatman, no mortar on the boat, is naturally, automatically can reach B without any force. Of course, if on the way it's stuck in somewhere, in some corner, so it might stuck somewhere. So sometimes, so that's why we need the boatman. If the boat has the boatman, it simply B, can reach B simply because the boatman will have the boat orientate to the right direction and also have to row the boat so put the force so that the boat can go faster when we go along the river. And if we have the motor on the boat, the engine on the boat, so it will be faster, right? It will be faster with the force, the natural force, or the machine, the man-made force. So that's when the boat goes along the river. What if, what if we want to move the boat from B to A? What if we want to move the boat from B to A? So it means that it goes against the river, not along the river anymore. It goes against the river. It goes against the river. So if there is no boatman, no any outside force, do you think that it can reach from B to A? This cannot. This cannot, right? Because the current is from A to B, and you want to move the boat from B to A. It goes against the river. So at least you need a boatman on the river to row the boat to push it move forwards. And but but if the boatman's got tired and he stopped rowing the boat, so the boat from B goes like, let's say it's just on the halfway, and then without any force, it will turn back slowly, slowly, gradually back to B, or even be yeah farther. So if we goes again, the boat goes again the river. It takes a lot of efforts from the boatman, and if there is the engine, so it can help the boat goes faster. Anyway, the force that we put on the boat need to wind over the current river, and if we stop it, the boat will reverse back to the first place. That is the natural facts of nature of nature. But it's also um, simplify some things in our life. In our life, let's say the boat is our life. Let's say the boat is our life, and the current river is the laws and the principles that take controls of or affects humans' life. if we goes along with the laws and principles that affect or have a great impact on humans' life. So what happened? It's similar to how the boat on the river, on the image of the boat on the river, which go along the current river and goes against the current river. If we follow the laws and the principles that affect in our lives, it means that we similar to the boat goes along the river. So everything will be smoothly, gently, simply to reach our destination where we want. But if we goes again, the laws, the principles which have great impact on or control our lives. So what happened? Similarly, we have to put a lot of efforts to goes against those laws and principles. And some people, even so, of course, many people when they um, overcome some obstacles, difficulties in their life, and they reach something or they have their achievements, they have right to proud of that. But there are a lot of people, even they cannot overcome their difficulties or obstacles, hardships in their life, and then they give up. And before they reach to the destination that they want, they they hurt, they got injury, their hearts badly because they didn't know the laws and the principles that affects our humans' life. So instead of try to be stronger, try to be stronger to win the laws and principles that affect our lives, we can just follow the laws and the principles that affect our humans' life and simply, gently, naturally reach the destination that we want. Do you think it's simpler for everybody to do that, better than to try to be stronger or very hard push hard on us to do anything? I think is simpler to me, and I prefer that. I prefer that, and I experienced that. Is indeed give me a great experience, and I met great people who support me on a long way, and we have many beautiful experience together. And life is simpler. Life is simpler by that way. So it means that there are laws and principle that laws and principles that affects greatly on humans' life. So if I want to follow those laws and principles, we need to know what are they? What are they? And as far as I know, uh, there are many laws and principles that affect humans' life, affect society, But there are two laws that have great impact on humans' life that I have learned from my master or my teachers. And of course, when I mention it, it means that I will share it in this journey with everyone. So we just understand, we just know what are they, understand how it works, and follow the laws, then the principles that affects our lives. So are you curious about the laws and principles that affect humans' life? Do you want to share something on this image, teacher Gemma or Ngọc Hồng? Do you want to share something? The first time that I I learned about this image, it was a surprise to me. Oh, is that simple?
Teacher, may I have a question?
Yes.
That via this image, I understand that we should follow the laws and principles. But somehow in the life, if we feel that our life is too simple, does that mean that we haven't set the goal high enough, or we haven't tried harder to reach the bigger goal? Because sometimes if it's too easy, too simple, it means that we could do better than current. So I I'm confused between we are going against the current, so we feel it's hard, or we haven't tried enough and try to reach higher aim, so we need to make more effort.
So you can just keep that question in mind, and through the journey, I hope that you have the answer.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for your questions. I think there are also someone have the same questions with you. And let's see, we just start the journey. Let's see what this journey can give you some answer or not. And if you still have that questions at the end of the journey, just we can discuss about this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here and share your idea. Hello, cô Diệu Vân. Okay, so that's about the image of the boat which goes along or against the river, and it's similar to our lives. If we follow the laws and the principles, that we can simply naturally reach the destination that we want. Um, okay, and like teacher Gemma just mentions, she have the questions. So I hope that everybody also have your questions in the beginning, and then think about what do you want to achieve, or the aims you have on this journey, so that um, hopefully you have the answer throughout the course, or at least at the end of the journey. Um, and then we can discuss it over mm, gradually, little by little. All right. There are many things that we can discuss about. Okay, so now we talk about the laws and the principles that affect humans' life. Uh, let's find out what are they, and what are they? Hello, cô Helen. Helen who? And there are two laws that have great impact on humans' life that I have learned from my masters, my teachers, and I want to share that the first one is a lot of cause and okay, let me write a simple cause and effects. Things too big. This is cause and effects. Everybody, this is cause and effects. Okay, cause and effects. So what is cause and effects? Cause and effects means that everything everything has cause and the effect. Everything has the cause and effect. Let's say if you see that you have the apple fruit, right? You have the apple fruit. And to have that apple fruit, you need the seed. You need the seed of apple, the apple seeds. And you plant it and you water it, take care of it every day to have the result that you get the apple fruits. The apple fruits. So everything, everything, the result that we get, the outcome that we have comes from a cause. It cannot be like it's just naturally happen. It's not like that. Everything has the cause. Because of that cause, so it have the effect. Because my parents get married and um, then they have me, the cause and effect. Because I have learned from my master, so that the cause, so that I know about the law of cause and effects. That is the effect. So that is the law have the great impact on humans' life. And my teacher said that the great man fear of have the fear of the cause, but their sentiment being have the fear of the effects. The fear, what we mentioned here is not the fear, but we care more on the great men who understand the laws of life, the principles of life, who sees through everything. They care more the cause because they know that with the good cause, they could have the good effects. But the sentiment being like our ordinary people, we we care more on the effect, on the result that we get, but we forgot that we need to take care of the cause because with a good cause, we could have the good result, the good outcome. And just if we just care of the effect of the result that we get, and we do nothing about that, so we never, we are never able to get what we want. So when we put cause and effect in a simple word, we can understand it in that way. When we know about this law, so we know that what we need to focus on, that is the cause. That's the cause. And on this journey, we'll we'll find out what is the cause of humans' life so that we can take care of our cause to have the good cause. So we have the good effect or the good outcomes that we want. And the second law that I have learned from my master, my teachers, that the dependent origination, dependent origination. Uh, so what is dependent origination? Mention. Okay, the first one was this is two laws that we will discuss over this journey. Dependent origination said that everything these words are interconnected. And for example, from the cause, from the cause, so we have the conditions for the cause, and it's connected to each other, so that we have the effects. So that we have the effects from the cause. We have some things like something like conditions to make that cause turn into the effects. And the dependent origination said that from the cause, there are some things like conditions to put in to have the effect, to have the outcome that we want, or that we need to get. For example, from to have the apple fruits, to have the apple fruits is from we need to have the seeds of apple, right? Apple seed, and then we need to plant it. Put waterings, fertilizers, the conditions like nature's suns, winds, many things, or we say there's conditions for it to grow up, to be an apple tree, and then it's bear an apple fruit for us. So there's always conditions to force it or to push it, give us the result or the outcome. And nothing in this world is independent, stay independently. That's why they said that this is the law of dependent originations. From the course, there's always condition to have the result that we want, for the result that we have to get. So these are two laws we will discuss over this journey. And these two laws gives us a formula, a formula. Okay, we have a formula from these two laws. That is, we have the cause, and then we have condition to turn the cause into the outcome, a particular outcome, or whatever we say, some people call it fruit, result, whatever. And if we have a good cause, if we have a good cause with the favorable condition, we could have the desired outcome or desirable outcome. Okay. To have the outcome that we want, our desirable outcome, we need two elements, two factors. The first one's that the cause. It's not just any cause, it's a good cause. It should be a good cause. And another one is conditions. It's not just any condition, we need the favorable condition to have the desirable outcome or desired outcome. So, do you have any questions until now? Does anyone have any questions? Thank you. Thank you. All right. So it's understandable, right? It's understandable from two laws of cause and effect and dependent origination. Okay. And in these journeys, we will discuss with each other about the good cause. Hopefully, that we have a chance to mention about favorable conditions. Anyway, the good cause is already good enough, good enough for us to have uh, to attract the favorable conditions. All right. So because like you mentioned from beginnings, we don't focus on the effect, we don't focus on the outcome, and we just focus on the cause because good cause could give us a desired outcome. So whatever you want, or you have anything that you want to achieve, just list them down and see when we discover about the cause, and you can see that you see if there is a good cause that can help you achieve it or attain it, right? And I think this this parts, the upcoming parts, the one I'm gonna share with everyone, is the fundamental uh, things that we need to know about the cars. So stay focused. Okay. This is very a fundamental things. When we talk about the cause, or to make it simpler, we want to explain our lives, what cause us to have the reality that we have today, our outcomes. And when people talk about that, there are three uh, point of view that they often explain or elaborate about the origin of life, or we mean that's the cause. So there are three standpoints or perspectives. The first one is from scientific perspective. Science. The second one is from religion. And somebody may not have any religions, but they do have faith, right? They do have faith. They believe in something, or they have their own belief. And moral perspective, morality, or some people mm, have their own philosophy, kind of. Mm, when you ask somebody, or you can ask yourself that which have great impact on your life. Some people, they just believe in science. Prove it. I believe it. I'll do if you can prove it to me. I follow you if you can prove it to me. So they just believe in something that give them the prove it. Like science, they try to prove something. They give a statement, like a theory, and then they try to prove it right. It's from science. And these perspectives have great impact on humans' life. Some people just need the Western medicine. They don't care about other like Eastern medicine or any other remedies. For example, in health, or they just believe in material things. Don't believe in something like non-physical or non-material things. And because of that mindset, they let this scientific perspectives have great impact on their life. And somebody, if you ask them, they will follow what the highest persons in their religion tell them to do. And they believe in everything that person shared to them. For example, or they believe they have the belief, or they have their faith. So whatever they do, whatever they perform, follow the rule or the laws of that religions or that faith. So it have also have the great impact on a, a group of people. And and there are people who don't care much about science or don't care much about religion or faith, but they let the morality, the moral perspectives affect their life. For example, there are some advice from the ancestors, and I believe that is good things to apply to their life, and they let it affect their lives, their path. And these three standpoints uh, have a great impact on some groups of people. And there are people who let these three perspectives have impact on them. And because these are perspectives uh, influence our lives, so we need to balance between these three. We need to know what's the perspective from morality when they talk about uh, life's origins or the cause of life. And we also need to know the point of view of the religion of faith uh, when they talk about the cause of life or the origin of life. And we also need to know what is scientific perspective on the cause of life or the origin of life. And then we can have the general view to see the cause of life. And we can explain everything in this life because we have the general view for the cause of life. And the first thing that um, we before the first thing that we will discuss, that is the scientific perspective when we talk about the cause of life. But before we get into this cause of life, uh, there are there are some principles that I want to share with everyone so that we have the preparation for getting into the course of life properly and naturally. Okay. And when we get into the course of life, we can apply those principles so that it can help our journeys simpler and more gentle. Six. All right. Okay, we'll come back with uh, we'll be back with the course of light after uh, we get to know these principles. And the first principle that I want to share is the principle of light, principle of light, light. All right. So imagine in front of you is a dark room. This is dark room. Okay. To make sure that everybody understand. No, this is the dark room. Just put it down. This is the dark room. Okay. And because it's a dark room, it's dark, and you want to have the light in the room. There are two options. First option is you put the light in. Okay. The second option, uh, remove the darkness from the room. See, this is light, right? There are two options. Um, so through this journey, sometimes I could have some questions to help us understand more what I'm sharing, and so hopefully that you uh, cooperate with me to help everybody understand these points. So there are two options to make these rooms lit. The first one, the first option that we bring the light in. The second option that we remove the darkness, bring the darkness out, take out the darkness. Okay, so which one do you want to choose? Hello, Komai. The, I think teacher Kema wanna answer or want want to share. So,
Yes, I will bring the lighting.
okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, the, the baby want to say something? Does the baby understand what we are discussing? Okay, thank you. All right, teacher Gemma said that she would bring the light in. And thank you for your answer. And most, I think, since the time that I know about these questions, and I have chance to ask to other people, and all of the answers that I have received is the same. Bring the light in. Bring the light in. And it's simple that we bring the light in, right? Even 3-year-old baby, little girl, can give that answer. We just turn on the light, and there's lights in the room. Or we just open the window, open the door, let the sunlight in. The room is lit. Uh, it's it's simple to understand, and we don't know how to bring the darkness out, and we also don't know what's the outcome of bring the darkness out. But we know exactly that if we bring the light in, if we just turn on the light, there's light in the room. Simple, natural. So when we ask these questions, everybody have the same answer. That's bring the light in. And now let's compare it to our real life. Okay, how we applied this principle to our life. Let's say we have a house. We have a house. Okay, and to summarize uh, the issues or the problems in this life, there's a lot, right? Uh, we have a lot of problems and issues and many aspects in our lives that which we concern to. But to simplify it, to simplify it, the experts have categorized it in 4 segments. The first one that's is in the cell. The second one is health concern. And the third one is relationship. And the fourth, financial well-being, or financial conditions, financial security, finance. Because of these four segments affect each other, we know that nothing can stay alone independently. They have mutual impacts. So that's why it's caused a lot of problems and a lot of issues in a human's life. So when how can we apply the principle of light into our life? We know that if we want to bring the light, we want the room is lit, just bring the light in. Similarly, we can see the dark room is our house with many problems in our life, and we can categorize it into four segments: inner self, health, relationship, financial well-being. And let's take one issue as an example, like health. If someone's have a health problem, if someone has a health issue, and usually, what do you think they often come to when they have the health issue? What do they often do when they have health issue? Or if you have, not you, sorry, if someone's have the health issue, uh, what do they often come to or refer to resolve their health problem? They often when when I observed from the people around me, or even me before, when I have an health issues, we often just focus on how to um, deal with that, like just focus on the effects, how to how to remove that health issues uh, out of my body or someone's body, and that's it. Like they can come to some specialist, go to see a doctor, go to the mm, hospital to find a solution. And after that, when they recover from that health issue, like they have a headache, and they still keep the same habits, same things, same routines, nothing changed. Just take some medicines, and then after they recover from that habit issue, it comes again. If it's not a headache anymore, it could be a stomach ache, backache, many aches, right? Another health issue problems could come, because they just focus on how to resolve, how to remove that healthy soul, take that healthy soul out of their body. And they focus on how to remove the darkness, how to take the darkness out, but forgot to bring the light in. So in this case, how we bring the light in, we just simply focus on how to be healthy, how to be healthy. If we can answer the questions how to be healthy, so we don't need to deal with healthy soul anymore. Because when we're healthy, of course, there's no sickness, there's no disease. Is it right? Is it right? And um, sometimes the answers it as simple as that, but we try so hard to find something very, try to make it big and um, think it we need a very hard uh it's hard to fight or the it needs to be more complicated, but it's not like that. It's just as simple as that. The answer is always simple. If we can simplify everything, our life could be simple. And the answer of these principles is always simple like this. And we just understand how it works and follow it. So we just to apply this principle, we just focus on the positive, we just focus on the light, that we focus on how to be healthy, how to have a good health. So of course when somebody have an healthy soul, they need to cut off the cause that caused that problem. But after that, they need to have the answer for the questions how to be healthy, so that that healthy soul won't come again. That's how we apply the principle of lights, the principle of lights into our life. And similarly, it's not only health, it's also the relationship. We focus on we focus on the harmonies in a relationship, so that we don't need to discuss or we don't need to think about how to deal with um, broken relationship, or if we focus on a stable um, and the inner peace, so we don't need to deal with the problem in inner self. And similarly to financial condition or financial well-being, we focus on um, how to have the good financial condition and financial security, so we don't have to deal with problem in finance. And this principle is duality principle. It means that it have two factors, two elements. When we talk about this principle, the first one is light, the second one is darkness. And the light take the control. The light take the control, which means that wherever the light is, there is no darkness. It doesn't mean that the darkness doesn't exist. It means that the lights appear, we won't see the darkness. And the light disappear, the darkness revealed. So the lights take the control. So that gives us hope. It gives me hope because we just focus on the light. So we are able to have uh, we are able to get what we want because the light take the control. Let wherever we put the light, that we won't see the darkness. We won't see the darkness. If there is the reverent gratitude, so we won't see the resentment. We won't see the resentment or wherever this compassion or equanimity. We won't see people's faults or problems. And if there's humbleness, so we don't see arrogance. It doesn't mean that darkness doesn't exist, but when we focus on the light, when we focus on the positives, we won't see the darkness. That why they call it the principle, the duality principle. The light take the control. Focus on the light, we can resolve everything. Everything resolve by itself. Everything resolve by itself. I love this idea because we don't need to resolve anything. We don't need to deal with anything. We just focus on the light. Everything resolve by itself. And this this house, the house of inner self, of health, of relationship, of financial well-being, do you think is we we can face the problems in these four areas? Do you think so? There, there are many problems in life, but because of these four, the mutual impacts of these four areas, it's caused a lot of problems in our lives, in humans' life. Let's say inner self have uh, have the impact on financial condition, right? Inner self, if we have problem in mind, cannot focus on work, affect our performance, of course, affect our income, right? Um, and inner self, if the problem in this inner self can also affect relationship when feel harsh inside. We don't want to connect. Sometimes we don't want to connect to other people. Don't want to say hi to them or have proper communication with them. And of course, this could affect a relationship. And when someone has an issue in inner self, it could affect the health. As we know that health is not only physical health, including uh, mental and social health as well. So if the mental health has problem, of course, it affects other health. When someone has a mental problem, they it's hard for them to do the physical exercise or focus on their body. The so it's affect their health. And of course, when a person has healthy so physical health, it also affects relationship. they when someone comes to visit them, they have no strength, they're not strong enough to have a conversation with that person, or when someone have a healthy, so it's they also don't want to talk to other people, for example. So it's could affect, anyways, could affect a relationship. And health also affects our financial condition. With good health, we can do many things because it's along with that, our incomes could increase, and there and in contract, financial condition also affects health. If we have good financial condition, we can provide ourselves, our body, our family, our loved ones with our good care. Um, the nutrients that we provide for the body, the place that we do the exercise, where we stay is also affects our health, right? And financial condition also affects our inner self, our mind, when we have a good conditions. I remember my some of my teachers have example that an example that if we are sad and we go to Hawaii to cry in a five-star hotel resorts, international resorts, the it can be better. It could be better than we stay in a corner of our house to cry. So with a better financial condition, we can take care of our inner selves better. We can go to see someone, visit someone to give us some advice. Somebody could travel around the world to explore more about the world, and they have many more opportunities to deal with their inner self problem. And with a good financial condition, they can take care of their family, the loved one better. If they want to visit their loved ones and they live far away, just buy a ticket and then go to visit their loved ones. Simply, if they want to um, have their families members to have trips to somewhere else, is simply to do that or take care for the families better with a good financial condition. And in reverse, the relationship also affects financial condition. if we uh, if we work alone, so we have such a such amount of money, right? And when two people get married and their funds, um their incomes double, could be double already. So if we have a harmonious relationship, it's also increase our financial condition. And relationship also affects health, as health also has the social health. So because of four these four areas affect have mutual effects, so that so that we have many problems in life. But now we have the principle of light. So how we apply it into our life, into our house, the house of inner self, of health, of relationship, of financial condition. And I think uh, it's about the time to wrap up. And because I have quite important meeting later, so I think we need to finish as of now, and I do really want to hear your sharings, your questions, or anything you want to share, or your lessons. But I think I have to um, finish this now. So let me stop the screen. And thank you so much for your presence, for your contributions, for all of your beautiful words. Um, to me and to this journey. And it's really a great motivation for me to continue doing this sections. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.